This is how shit goes here to play a haters ball. We don't fuck around. We
bitches look like a Skittles box.
That's right. I say something about your business, but it looks like you ate them. Good evening.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Live Wire, and I'm back in the motherfucking building, baby. First thing I want to say is R.I.P. Charlie Murphy, man. Sad day, man. Charlie Murphy passed away today at the age of 57. You know, a lot of people know him from as Eddie Murphy's brother, also for his 2-year stint or 2.5-year stint on the Dave Chappelle show, man. Unfortunately, man, he passed away earlier today. So, RIP to him and condolences to his family. But as on a lighter note, Project Scorpio, man, I don't know what it is. This shit every day is something new, something better. Just better shit. Oh man. All right, so man, where do I begin? You know what? Before I get into Scorpio, let's talk about the other news of the day. Xbox is out here giving refunds and shit. Now, before you go, and I'm talking about digital refunds, and before people start running through all their games and trying to trade shit back in, or get stuff refunded, does not kind of work that way. All right. First thing you need to know is you can't have owned the game for longer than 14 days, and you also cannot have played it for more than 2 hours. It's pretty much identical to the Steam refund, pretty much the same thing. So, but it's cool, man, because there are a couple of games that I bought, and when I played them under the first hour, I was like, this shit ain't what I thought it was. It ain't necessarily for the AAA exclusives, because most people will play a lot of those, but I see this being, for the indies, the people that buy indies, take a chance, and then, they get in, they realize, oh, this shit ain't what I thought it was. Now, I don't know as far as I didn't really read too far into it to see if they had anything as far as like, you can't do this more than a certain amount of time, because motherfuckers will try to abuse that shit. They'll be like, oh, I'm gonna buy everything and then refund everything. Like, I just make sure I play under an hour. I don't know if the rules allow you to even try to think of trying to do some shit like that. But I would say look into it. Don't try to abuse it, because they will find a way to get your ass if you do. But on to the great news of the day, which is, all right, the dev kits. They just revealed the dev kits for Project Scorpio. The box is smaller, which is interesting because the dev kit is typically bigger than the actual console itself. So the fact that the dev kit for Project Scorpio is already smaller than the S is like, oh shit, that's crazy. And it's not tremendously small, it's just slightly, but it is smaller. But the cool thing is, this dev kit is like a Project Scorpio is a beast. Like, this bitch is like twice that, and the reason I see Microsoft, why they did this was in order to ensure, like, they basically said you target a higher SKU for your game, and then you can, tailor it down to fit the consoles. So this not only benefits, us console gamers, but it also benefits PC gamers. So for, developers that are making maybe an Xbox exclusive, they can tailor that shit at the higher SKU, whatever that is, on the dev kit to run on Windows 10, then run on the Project Scorpio, then run on the S, and then run on the OG, and it just works, man, and it's beautiful. And man, it's an amazing thing that Microsoft has done. They basically made the console that we all wanted. And the funny thing is, people are, the media is really upset about this because they know, like, you're not gonna hate on some shit that, doesn't do shit. Like, think about it this way: if somebody had a regular ass pair of Air Force Ones, motherfuckers don't get the Air Force Ones, and then motherfuckers come out there and hate on them. They don't say no shit about it. They be like, "Oh, okay, you got Chris Air Force Ones, cool," or they don't say shit at all. But let you go out and get the fucking $300 pair of Air Force Ones, whatever that may be. Motherfuckers will come out the woodworks like, man, this motherfucker think he all that because he got the fucking Air Force Ones. Man, fuck that motherfucker, man. I could buy some $300 Air Force One, but I don't want to because I'm not a fucking stupid motherfucker like this guy. Like, you just hating. Like, you just hating on the dude because he got the fresh kicks that obviously you want to have, but you're just a little salty about because he got them. It is what it is. The same thing happens when it comes to, it's like the same thing with chicks, man. If a girl ain't getting no action, notice this: when you have a group of girls and her friend ain't getting no action, right? Nobody paying attention to her. All of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck. She go out, she get some work done, or maybe she get, she step her clothes game up. She don't dress like a bum no more. All of a sudden, she getting all the attention now. Girls be hating on that chick. You be like, oh man, who this bitch thinks she is? Because all the dudes drooling over her. I mean, look, man, motherfuckers don't hate on shit that ain't shit. It's just the reality of it. And the simple fact that, the media is really out here salty than a motherfucker means that, this console is fucking legit. And the thing that's going to prove it is the simple fact that they're saying that not only will the resolution look better, because that's like, that's cool. Resolution being better, all right, that's cool. But they're talking about the frames per second being rock solid, if not even better than that, And that is a big fucking deal. Because basically you're going to be looking at games run buttery smooth on the Project Scorpio. And then when you go and play it on the PlayStation, that shit'll almost feel like you're in slow motion, because the frame rate, even though the PlayStation might run its frame rate might not be like ridiculously terrible, it just running smoother is going to be noticeable, Like, put it this way. I say if you have a car, you drive your car every day, right? And all of a sudden your car has a slight issue. Now, somebody who drives their car on a regular basis, if their car has a little bit of hitch in it, has some little, just a minor issue with it, you're going to notice that your car is, has this issue because you're consistently driving this car, and to be in a car that, doesn't have this issues, that shit is noticeable. And you're telling somebody to choose between the two. Be like, look, man, you could drive this car. Maybe it's even the same car. You could drive the same car, but this car ride is smoother. Yes, they'll both take you to the same destination, but you're talking about this one car gives you a buttery smooth drive, and this other one, it's not as smooth, but it gets you there. People are going to choose for quality, especially if you're talking about something that's comparable in price. I mean, and if people are saying that, oh, well, this is too expensive, then bitch, why the fuck did motherfuckers go out there and buy Mercedes when they can buy Hondas? I'm just saying, why? Like, if a Honda is 20,000, maybe $10,000 to $20,000 cheaper, and you're talking about big fucking money, why would somebody go out and buy a fucking Mercedes or a BMW instead of getting a Honda if fucking quality doesn't matter? Like, you pay for a premier product. That's what you pay for. So if Scorpio, whether or not it's 400, whether or not it's 500, you know that you're paying for a premier product. Like, people acting like that shit doesn't matter are fucking ridiculous. Like, yes, it fucking matters. Even if you were literally, Oh shit! Hold on. Hey, Cortana, mute. Thank you. Hey, bitch. Hey, hold on. I gotta talk to this bitch. She don't be listening sometimes. Hey, bitch. I'm talking. I'm doing shit right here. You bitch. Don't be fucking listening.
And of course also defense and foreign ministry.
God damn it. Hey, Cortana, mute. You better listen, you hoe. Mute, bitch. You know what? Fuck this shit. I had to do shit old school way. She not listening to that. All right, I'm back on my bad. Sometimes the bitch don't listen. You gotta slap the hoe sometimes. Anyway, back to what I was saying, man. Yeah, you know, look, man, if you're playing these games and you're playing them every single day, I'm telling you, yeah, if you're playing on a PS4, you don't play on the Xbox Scorpio. Will you notice? No, obviously not, because you haven't played on the other console. But you playing Call of Duty at your house and then going to a friend's house who has Scorpio and noticing the visuals, noticing the smoothness of the game, you're going to sit there and second guess why you're really playing this shit on PlayStation. I mean, you might be the most loyal fucking Sony fanboy ever, but that shit's going to eat you alive. Knowing that you're playing a game that's far inferior than what you could be playing, you know? And people could lie to themselves and say, oh, no, it's just, you know, right now we're just dealing with slight difference in resolution. We're not even talking about frame rate difference between the Xbox One S and the fucking PS4. We're talking about resolution. But when that bitch comes down to not only is the resolution far better, and the frame rate's better, and then you get with the textures and all that other shit, that shit is going to be a hard fucking pill to swallow. To sit there and say, I'm gonna bite the bullet and play the far. I mean, it's not even like, oh no, this game's a little bit better. No, this game is a lot better. A lot better. And it's a console. You're telling me that somebody who plays majority of their games as multi-plats is going to sit there and say, well, you know what? I'm going to still fuck with the PS4 just to play a handful of exclusives? I don't think so. I mean, I think that's a bit naive. I think that, you know, people are kind of fooling themselves on that one, to think that people won't get Project Scorpio just because they have a PS4. You know, as because the other thing is you're gonna have games that look so good, especially now. I'm not even talking about fucking Xbox exclusives. You know what? Fuck that. We're not even talking about those shits right now. We're just talking about multiplats. You're gonna have multiplats that look so good on Project Scorpio that motherfuckers will literally sit there and see that shit once. Walk into a motherfucker's house like, yo, what's going on, bro? Oh, shit, what you playing? Yo, I'm playing Call of Duty. What the fuck? You play? That's Call of Duty? Be like, yeah, I'm playing Call of Duty. The fuck? Yo, what kind of TV you got? No, same TV. Nah, man, you ain't got the same TV. That shit ain't look like that. Oh, yeah, I just picked up the Xbox Scorpio. The fuck is that? Oh, it's a new Xbox that came out, man. This shit is crazy. That's a fucking Xbox? Like, yeah. Yo. I'll be back. That motherfucker leave, go to the store and buy one instantly. Yo, because that's all it takes. That's all it takes, man. Especially you talking about somebody with money. I'm not talking about some fucking kid, you know, somebody who got to wait for birthdays and shit. I'm talking about a motherfucking casual gamer that plays Call of Duty on a, you know, whatever, or Madden or whatever, you know, and you're gonna give him or her the best experience. And you're telling me that these people are going to just ignore that just because of brand loyalty? I just don't see it, and I just don't see it. I mean, because people didn't do that last gen. You know, people played what the games played best. You know, that's why Xbox was dealing with what the issues that they were dealing with now. And it's not even that the games ran better. They just look slightly better. So now you're talking about the game looks slightly, well, not looks slightly better. It looks fucking better. It plays fucking better. Like it's not even, I mean, the only deterrent would be price. Literally, that's it. It's the only thing that would make somebody hesitate on buying a Scorpio would be the price. If the price is 400, motherfuckers will jump on it. If the price is 500, people will hesitate. If the price is 600, you're only gonna really have the hardcore go get it. Like hardcores can go up to 600. Everybody else, you know, what the fuck, man? They got all this goddamn background noise. Shut up, bitch. It's always something. But I already looked at that. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, it comes down to price, man. But this shit is big, man. The media knows. They know that this shit's gonna be a problem. That's why they're fucking salty. Because they know. They know Shadow of Mordor is everything's going to look better. Like every digital foundry from the time the Scorpio launches is going to basically shit on the Pro. Like the only way they could even save marginal face is if they basically show PC, Scorpio, PS4 Pro, PS4, and Xbox One, and then they'll just, you know, do categories where they compare the Xbox One S to the PS4. Yes, the PS4 a little better in those, but you know, that's about it, man. I mean, the shit is crazy. The shit is crazy. We're looking at, you know, changing of the guards and power, man. You know, and the thing is, people will talk about, well, guess what? Spider-Man's gonna look good and God of War, and I'm like, I mean, it's gonna look good on the Pro, but in comparison to what I can see on the Scorpio or multiplats, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know if Spider-Man and God of War could hold up to like Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Scorpio. I don't know. I don't know if it could do it. You know, I mean, I know Naughty Dog is a great developer. I know. But you're talking about something that, you know, is a fucking beast, man. It's a real I mean, maybe if you were telling me that Last of Us or Uncharted, whatever that shit is called, was on the Scorpio, then I'd be like, oh, okay, you know, this game is going to look, you know, amazing. But now that it's limited to what the PlayStation could do, and we know it's a far inferior console than the Scorpio, it's just like, I don't know. Even with all the best developers that you could find out there on Sony's side, you're talking about they got to work magic in order to really get those games to look, you know, comparable to what the Scorpio can do. And they're just, you know, they're not even really doing that much to make it look great. You know, they're just like making the shit. So it's like, oof, you know, it's a interesting change, man. It's an interesting change. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Sony's trying to throw everything and the kitchen sink at Project Scorpio because they got all these semi-announced games coming out. So it might even deter a couple of people from getting the Scorpio initially, you know, during the holiday. I mean, still a lot of people going to buy it, but it might not get all the, you know, the hardcores to bite early, but after a while you see a couple of those games, like after that 7th to 8th multiplat comes out looking like, you know, dog shit on the PS4 versus the Scorpio, motherfuckers are gonna be like, yo, I can't do this shit no more. I gotta get a Scorpio. I can't be playing this bullshit no more, you know. I mean, that's how technology goes, man. I mean, it is what it is. everybody's always content with what they have until something better comes out. And, that Scorpio is that better shit. And the simple fact that it's not even just better now, it's future proof for for the next, I don't know, 4 to 5 years, man. They got shit in that bitch that's not even going to be able to be used in televisions that are currently out. That's how future proof that console is, man. You got that V-Sync and shit. They don't even have TVs with V-Sync yet. They got to make those shits. Most people that are buying TVs aren't even going to be buying them with V-Sync because that shit's going to be expensive at first. So you're talking about before most people really even get into V-Sync, that'll be another 3 years from now until they're affordable to even get. Because let's say that V-Sync starts becoming a thing on TVs. That probably won't start until sometime probably the end of this year or the beginning of next year. And then it won't be affordable for most people until 2 years after that. So it's like, the Xbox, man, Xbox is set up to do some lovely things. And then the crazy part is the console releases this year. They're going to be on top. That's going to be a beast of a system for the next 2 to 3 years. And by the time it even gets close to tapping out its max capabilities, Microsoft has already have the next console in the works. So when Sony thinks that they're going to be like, all right, we're going to drop the next, PS5 or whatever, which is all well and good. I don't even know if that shit will be better than what the Scorpio is going to be. Real talk. We don't know. Because one, the games have to be optimized for them. Two, Microsoft obviously found a way to make a console somewhat affordable while using older tech. So if they've done it now, who's to say they can't do it again? So who's to say that they can't make their next console considerably cheaper than what the PlayStation can make it, just based on the technology that they already have, awareness of for what we're getting in the holiday. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I mean, and in that case, it might even force Sony's hand to do something a little bit different than just doing a regular console. Because think about it, if they can't beat Microsoft in the hardware in which is their shit, they can't beat them there. That's a problem. Because Sony is supposed to be the hardware kings, That's what everybody touted this gen. It was like, oh, Sony was so great with the PS4 because they're great at hardware. If Microsoft Scorpio comes out here and shits on it, like that, I mean, hey, they're taking a crown. Microsoft already beat them out in fucking computers. Sony don't even live in that space anymore. So it's like, if they lose consoles, that's just crazy. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man, I just wanted to talk to y'all about that, man. It's looking good. Yeah, I just can't wait. Now it's all about the games. I know they're gonna reveal some more shit about Scorpio. They've been talking a lot about. I'm hearing something about an event in May, but it's almost like gearing up. Like, all right, now it's time to see what these games are gonna really, really look like. And I don't really even care about that much of the comparisons to the Pro. It doesn't really matter at this point. We already know it's going to be better. So, I mean, I don't need to, you don't need to kick them while they down. It is what it is. But yeah, I just can't wait. But let's look at the chat before I dip out of here. What time is this? 4:30, 4:30-ish. See what everybody's saying. So what's up, people? What's up? Let's see. Yeah, DJ. Yeah, sing. Yeah, resolution makes you a better. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess that's what they were saying. You know what the funny thing is? The big conversation now is people are trying to flip the script on Xbox dudes. They're basically saying that we were all about what they say. They said we were all about games only, and graphics and none of that stuff mattered. No, that is incorrect. Xbox guys always said frame rates first. Frames per second was king. Resolution was secondary, and and games was always one of our priorities. We still never said anything about not having games. Like, the thing is, we already recognize the pattern of what Microsoft does. They do bulk of their games during the holidays. They do give you a few during the early parts of the year, and they give you one or two during the summertime, smaller titles. I mean, that's been their MO for the longest amount of time. But yet every year people act brand new when Microsoft doesn't have games, when Sony has games. I mean, I just don't get it, but that's just the way it's been. But now that Scorpio's coming out and people are so focused on the 4K that they're ignoring the frames per second. Yes, games will look better on Project Scorpio, no doubt. But the reason why it's such a big deal that games look better on Project Scorpio isn't because, just because of it being 4K and 4K, textures and all that stuff. It's because the frame rates automatically will be better than the Pro. Automatically. So not only will the games look far superior, they will run far superior. Like, the shit is, it's over. It's over. Like, it's not, yeah, as far as sales, Sony will do its thing, and that's fine. But as far as who has the better console, the shit is over. Microsoft already put their flag in the dirt. It's done. Like, Sony has, like, for them to even come back, they have to make something far better than what, and I cannot see it, not with their track record based on, think about it. Their most powerful console was the cell processor one, which was hard for development, right? Their most popular console, well, thus far, it seems, is the PS4, but it was just parts off a shelf, So you're really looking at something that Microsoft not only found a way to make, the console more powerful, they found a way to make it more efficient for developers. Like, that's a big fucking deal. It's one thing to spin your wheels and go fast, but it's another thing to spin your wheels and go fast without burning as much energy as the next guy, Like, that's the thing. It's not like when they compare runners like Usain Bolt, it's not the fact that he's fast. It's the fact that he's fast, but he's efficient. The way he turns when he hits the dirt, he can kick up way faster than the next person because of his stride. His stride makes up for a lot of the fact that even though he's not touching the ground as often as the next man, he doesn't have to because he's more efficient at his running gait. Like, that's important. That's basically what Microsoft is doing. They're not only are they running better, they're running more efficiently, and they have more power. Like, yo, that's crazy. It's like being the strongest. It's like being LeBron. Fucking Project Scorpio is fucking LeBron. That's what that shit is. It's fucking LeBron James. It's bigger, stronger, faster, more efficient. Like, the shit is crazy. Motherfucker's a beast. Yeah, well, yeah, Halo Storm. You know what? I don't. The agenda of the media gets cloudy, gets even more cloudy. It seems weeks after weeks and years after years as we go along. Because at first I thought it was like, all right, maybe it was just like they were trying to keep Sony afloat. Everybody was in like, all right, we're going to save Sony this generation. Maybe that's what it is. But now Sony's well enough. PS4 is doing well. I mean, maybe Sony as a whole isn't doing as as great as it could be. But PS4 for the most part is doing well. So my thing is like, why still continue with the hate? And then I was like, well, maybe it's something geared towards Microsoft specifically. I don't know. I don't know. But right now, Microsoft is out here picking and choosing what media outlets to, divulge information to. And it seems like, doing this in a process, man, they are pissing motherfuckers off. I ain't gonna lie, man. Motherfuckers is out here salty. Because if you're not noticing, like Eurogamer isn't as big as Game Informer or IGN or GameSpot, but they got the exclusive Scorpio, news. And granted, Eurogamer and Digital Foundry are more so pro Sony-ish sites, but Microsoft felt compelled to give them Scorpio news because they are, the number one spot to talk tech talk. It is what it is. And so they went with them and people got salty about it. And then now what's the name of this new place that they went with? I don't even know if I could pronounce that shit. Let me see. I can't remember the name. It was like R something. Hold up. Where's that shit? Let me see. Damn, some fuck is old ass lady. Jesus. I'm on Twitter looking for this shit. Fuck. I don't see it. I don't know. Isn't if I see it, I'll mention it later. But yeah, man, it's whatever the name of the site is that put up the dev kits. Microsoft went with them, and obviously, they got the other media sites rather salty about that as well. They'll probably still go around to IGNs and there you go. Game of Sutra. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, they'll probably get around to IGN and GameStop and all those other places. I don't in the future, but right now, man, Microsoft's out here trying. You know what they are? They're trying to build relations. Because it makes sense. You go to these smaller sites, you build them up, you try to basically, make them more Microsoft friendly, and you try to get them to, come to your side. And it's easy to do because it's like, all right, you go over there, you give them exclusive information. They're going to get a lot of clicks on it. It's going to be a lot of positive clicks. So then, because notice Digital Foundry. Hold up, let me go to Digital Foundry real quick. I'm pretty sure that shit got hella hits because they just had some shit that came out the other day. Where's that shit at? I think it was I think it was yesterday, right? Video dropped yesterday morning. Yeah, there you go. So they had the new Scorpio support free sync. That shit in one day got 80,000 hits. It's good shit, man. They give them a lot of, positive feedback for their Scorpio news. And then they have the Forza shit, got 100,000 views. Digital Foundry doesn't get that many views for the most part because you can look at was this 3 weeks ago? They got some Switch shit. They got about 100,000 views. So, for them to have 160,000 views for something Project Scorpio in 3 days versus something that was with the Switch in 3 weeks, that's a big fucking deal for them. So, Microsoft's out here trying to build these relationships, and do a lot of what Sony has done in the past, kind of get people to, appreciate their work and not just fucking hate on them just to hate on them and shit. Yeah, I'm hearing May 2nd, May 3rd. I can't wait. You know what I think they need to do is basically like if they're gonna have an event, they need to show all that old shit. Maybe one new game or I don't know if they need to show an exclusive, but so, I mean, maybe not their own personal exclusive, maybe like a third party or some shit like that. Like say if they had like they got another not Tomb Raider, another Splinter Cell exclusive deal like they did back in the day. Maybe if they had something like that, that would be cool. You know, that'd be nice to show on the stage and be like, oh, we got Splinter Cell exclusive to Project Scorpio. You know, everybody be like, oh shit, and then the media would be like, oh, Microsoft is still in exclusives. Oh, fuck them. Oh, yeah, Shadow Mordor. Yeah, you're right. Well, nah, then yeah, but Shadow Mordor is not gonna be exclusive though. We know that they can show it off. They might show that off and like maybe a Splinter Cell or something like that, but they're not gonna have that exclusive. I couldn't see that happening. Motherfuckers will go. They would riot. Like Splinter Cell's been done before, so it's not like it's never been seen, but for it to be Shadow of War, yeah, motherfuckers would be heated. Even more so than Tomb Raider, because the truth is Sony used to have that as exclusive, so they can't really bitch about shit being exclusive when they had shit exclusive. And they got Street Fighter as an exclusive, which is funny because they always bitch about Tomb Raider being exclusive, but yet Street Fighter was exclusive, and they act like, well, that's cool though. Be like, yeah, but Street Fighter 5 was exclusive. Oh no, but that's okay though. It's okay because it's Street Fighter, and it's Sony, so it's cool. But fuck you, Microsoft, for getting Tomb Raider. Fuck you. This shit is crazy, man. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. May, yeah, mark that shit, man. Like, I'm trying to see how they're gonna keep this shit up. It seems like, all right, so when this shit released, like Thursday, seems like, all right, they released something again on Monday, then they released something today because it's Thursday with the hold on. No, they released something Monday and Tuesday, right? I'm trying to remember. When was that? No. Today's Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah, it was yesterday. VSync was yesterday. The dev kits was today. Yes. The Forza other shit was on Monday. The Forza Digital Foundry thing was on Monday. It seems like they're just dropping shit day after day or every other day. Shit's crazy, man. That shit's crazy. But yeah, Microsoft, they trying to keep that hype train alive. So I see them dropping nuggets probably from now until May 2nd. Because that's not too far from now. It's the second 12th of April. It's about 3 weeks. It's not that far. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of Sony guys out here saying how it doesn't matter because PS4 has no, Xbox had Scorpio that has no exclusives or whatever. And I'm like, you're full of shit if you believe that. Because if that's the case, I guess PC doesn't have exclusives. Be like, what do you mean? PC? Not all PC games are on fucking on console. Yeah, but guess what? If you have a fucking specific type of PC and your friend has this other PC that's made by Alienware, y'all motherfuckers still play the same games, but yet your system platform is very much different from his. What's the fucking difference? Oh no, that's different because it's PC in general. No, motherfucker, there ain't no fucking difference. You sound fucking stupid. If you got all this specific shit and his shit is like super strong and your shit is like mediocre, why is it okay for you two to play the same fucking game? But when it comes to Xbox, Project Scorpio and Xbox and then Windows 10, why is that fucking a big deal that they can't all play the same game? Oh no, well, you have to have a fucking a game that handcuffs you to get that console. Why? Why can't you just buy the console because you prefer that device? Why not? I'm just saying, if I go out and buy a fucking Samsung, I can still play the same games as somebody who buys an HTC. cell phone. They both run Android. I'm just saying we don't have the same hardware, but yet we get to use the same, play the same games, have the same apps. I'm just saying, not everything has to be written in stone. I mean, guess what? Somebody who likes Samsung doesn't necessarily going to think about going out and get an HTC, because if you like Samsung, even though all your Android shit will transfer, all of it, because it's all Google, you can get it from Android, HTC, whatever the fuck, but yet you still prefer to get a Samsung because you like that device. What the fuck is the difference? People, I call bullshit on a lot of that shit that people say. It's like, oh, okay, well, why don't you, if you can go and build a PC to run this game, bitch, because I don't want to fucking build a PC. How about that? How about I do not want to build a fucking PC? Period. I don't want to do it, but you can. Just because I can doesn't mean I want to. If you're going to give me a choice between building a PC and having Project Scorpio as an option, I'm taking the fucking Scorpio. I don't want the fucking PC. I'm on PC right now doing videos, and then when I'm done with this, doing work. And I bought a nice little comfy chair, and yes, I could play games in this if I want to, but I don't want to. I just want to fucking play on my couch with my controller in hand. Actually, I gotta go fix up my Elite controller. My rubber started falling off, and I'll do that shit later. But my controller in hand, and that's just the way I prefer to play, man. Yeah, Dirt. Yeah, Durf. Yeah, you might see more Japanese games. You know why? Because look, man, the thing that's crazy is Microsoft was giving out these dev kits, and basically it's just like build the best game you can and scale that bitch down, and they're making it as easy as possible to the point that developers can say that they don't want to, but guess what? When you make something so simple for people that they can't deny the greatness of it, because remember, people shitted on Apple when that iPhone first came out, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's stupid. Who wants a phone with no buttons?" Until they realized how simple the iPhone was, and then every other phone company copied that shit. See what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that this Project Scorpio shit with the dev kits and all that shit is just going to be like Microsoft is going to just do this and then run away with it. But they're the first ones to do it. And Sony will follow at some point. Maybe not initially because they're very hard-headed and they'll be like, fuck that, we're Sony and we're going to do what we do, until they realize that devs are going to be like, fuck you, Sony. We need you to do the same shit that Microsoft's doing because this is some bullshit. We're tired of fucking dealing with the fucking hardware issues. And then they'll capitulate to that. So, it's going to be an interesting year, man. Just every day is something new. And then they got the funny thing is a lot of people shit on backwards compatibility because they talk about like how they don't want to play old games, which is fine. But the funny thing is, I'm like, look, man, you can't just be like, I don't want to play old games. Great, that's great for you, but you also got to realize that not everybody has played every game, And if it's a possibility that you can get a game, especially a 360 game, that is improved, that looks a lot better than it did on the 360, who's to hate on that? I mean, I'm just saying, whether or not you want to play that game or not is irrelevant because not every game is for everybody anyway. Let's not be PlayStation fans out here and say that should, because I don't like a game, nobody should. That's some Sony shit or some Sony fanboy shit. You know, those guys don't think multiplayer is relevant because they like to play fucking single player all day. They're like, multiplayer, what's that matter? I like single player. Like, yeah, that's well and good for you. Maybe you only use your headset to listen, I mean, for sound in the game and not to actually talk to people. But that's not everybody, man. I mean, that's cool for you. That's all well and good. But, I do like to talk to people. Shit. A lot of times that's how I keep in touch with friends and family is through Xbox. Just because it's hard to just sit on the phone and talk to some. Hold on. It's hard to sit on the phone and talk to people on a cell phone, especially nowadays, because you want to do 100 different things with your cell phone. Whereas Xbox, man, I could just jump on there, play the game, talk to my cuz, talk to my brother, talk to my boys. It's like, it's easy, man. Like I think people underestimate that shit. Nowadays, man, I was playing Sea of Thieves with a couple of dudes the other day. I should have hit them up and got the gamer tag so I could play with them again. There's some cool dudes from Britain, real cool dudes. You're just playing out there, man, having a good time, man. Shit was fun as hell. Just wild shit, man. We were having a fucking awesome time, man. Like Sea of Thieves is a fun game, man. I can't wait until they add all the other little shit in it. But from what I played, man, the shit was fun, man. It was just like it's fucking blast. But yeah, man, I mean, this future's bright, man. You're talking about all our games are gonna look better. That's crazy, man. Like Crackdown is going to look insane. You're talking about it's going to smooth out our frame rate. Are you crazy? Like you already know Crackdown is fucking nuts with like shit blowing up, but you're gonna put the power of the cloud with the power of Scorpio. You're talking about motherfuckers' minds being blown to pieces. Like your shit is gonna be crazy. And then man, it's gonna be nuts. This is a year. Like this is the best thing, man. And even and this is probably the best thing for Microsoft to not have too many games that are coming out this holiday. Like you got Red Dead coming out, Battlefront coming out. Like this is probably the best time to not have those games, because the smaller titles, the State of Decay, I don't know when that's coming out, but that State of Decay, Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, those games, all multiplayer games, will have legs, just like the Gears and the Forzas and the Halos, just for the simple fact that, man, they got multiplayer. And even if they don't launch initially with a bang, like, come out the gate millions, after people get a chance to play it, if the games are good, I'm just assuming that the games are good, right? If the games are good, because of the fact that those games all have multiplayer, that shit will sell, especially during the times where, all right, maybe they come out in the holiday, they have a January sale, February sale, whatever, or maybe a spring sale like they're having right now. Motherfuckers still on there playing, multiplayer. People going to jump on there, just like they did with Destiny. Because a lot of people forget, a lot of people bought Destiny initially, but then a lot of people bought Destiny after they had the Taken King come out, even people that didn't buy it initially, just because that game had multiplayer, because single player is great, it's all well and good, but multiplayer is what a community really like eats up, and that's where they live at. I can see, man, I'm telling you, the first thing I'm gonna do in Crackdown is I'm gonna go to the nearest wall and I'm gonna just fucking write my name in that shit and see how and just shoot that bitch with bullets until I see that shit starting to disappear. If it does, I'm gonna just be fucking amazed by that shit. Like, oh my god, this shit is real. Like I can't wait. I'm gonna be trying to punch holes through walls. I hear you could like pick up the debris and throw it at people. Like I'm gonna be fucking having a blast, man. That shit's gonna be amazing, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good year. It's a good year. Oh yeah, yeah. You know the man. Microsoft is doing a lot of big things, maybe smaller, like in increments, but people already forgot that we got the Game Pass launching in the next month or so. So I would suggest anybody who's not all that compelled to buy anything for the spring sale, just wait, save your money, and get the Game Pass. I'm pretty sure some of those games will be in there, and pay your whatever the annual is on that. I don't know if it's $100 or it's $10 or whatever the hell. If it has enough games in there for you, put that money in there. I mean, because I don't know if I own all those games. I know I own a lot of games. I own over 100 something. So, but yeah, I'm definitely considering to get the Game Pass, depending on how many games that are in there that I don't own. Actually, I picked up what's the name of that game? Arva. It's some song game. Hold up, Rand was playing it the other day. Hold up. All right, let me see. Let's see. What's the name of this? What's the name of this? Fuck, I can't read that shit. What does it say? Oh, Arrow. All right. It is. Is that an E? Yeah, it's A upside down ERO. So it's Arrow. Now the game is cool, man. I must admit. Hey, Cortana, unmute. Oh shit, I didn't turn the shit off. Hold on. Yeah, the game is good. The game is good. I must admit, it's hard to the motherfucker though. You're gonna have to get your hand coordination up. It's like man, look at maybe it's Child of Eden. It's like Child of Eden mixed with I guess Guitar Hero or some shit like that. But it's cool. It's cool. It's like $11 right now. Well, actually, oh fuck. No, yeah, I'm gonna go with my song. Yeah, they got some songs on here, man. Damn, which one was that? I can't remember. Was it this one? I think it was this. No, I think it was this one. It was like, all right, so the shit was hard as fuck. So I'm like, it's basically like a space shooter-ish type game. But the game is like, is this it? Oh yeah, this is a game. Like the beat is sick, yo. Oh man, he fucked me up. Like this shit is serious, man. I would definitely say give this game a chance. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about. You know what? I might play this on Beam, Cause this shit is fucking fun, man. All right, enough of that. But yeah, the game is fun, man. Actually, I might jump on Beam and just play this shit. But yeah, man, shit, man. What can I say? The Scorpio's about to do big shit, baby. Like Xbox fans, stand up. You know, don't let those the haters and the detractors, you know, tell you otherwise. Cause the motherfuckers just salty, man. They just salty. And they see the writing on the wall and the shit ain't looking good. So it's your boy Live Wire. And I'm out this bitch. Go check out Rand. I think he just dropped another video on his channel, man. Randolph Thor 19. But I'm out of here. I'll holler at y'all later. Have a good rest of your week if I don't get back on here. But maybe I will, depending on what happens in the news. But I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.